Life is fast, let me slow down the tempo. There's no cut podcast, ain't no motherfucking intro. No theme music tonight. A little more serious, you know what I mean? The majority of the people that's watching this, that's privy to this, know where I'm from. Connecticut, Hartford to be exact. Been here all my life, been in the streets. Been in business, you know what I'm saying? I've been on both sides of the fence, legal and illegal. So I know how this thing go. And y'all can get down in the comments below if I'm lying. Call me on my bullshit. Every man in Connecticut has said this phrase before. Connecticut is a woman's state. Meaning, right or wrong, no matter what it is, when police get involved, you going to jail, nigga. Again, we just focusing on Connecticut, right? Connecticut is a woman's state. So, this Lauren Smith Fields case definitely don't make sense because Connecticut is a woman's state. But again, when we say woman, as far as the Constitution goes, who falls under that umbrella as far as being protected, really, you know what I'm saying? And you find that out when you're dealing with other races like white men, when they do what they do. You know, that black woman ain't protected as she would have been protected if it was a black man in that situation with her. You get what I'm saying? Let me cut this short for right now, just for right now. And let's get into the information, the little things that y'all might not know. Then I'm going to come back and speak my motherfucking piece, you dig? Lauren Smith Fields. First of all, let's start here. A 23-year-old black girl meets up with a 37-year-old white man from off of a dating website. The white man claims he woke up and Lauren was unresponsive. Police never notified her family. They found out by her landlord leaving a note on the door. Now the medical examiner is saying that the cause of death is acute intoxication, a combination of fentanyl, promethazine, alcohol, and some other shit I can't even pronounce. They even went as far as ruling the death accidental. Police told her family that the 37-year-old white man was not a suspect in her death. When the family asked why, the detective told them to stop calling. Now let me ask you this. Had this been a 23-year-old white girl that died, last seen with a 37-year-old black man, would police be acting this way towards her parents calling asking for answers? Before you even answer that, let me backtrack. When this white man called the police about this dead black girl in his home, the detective said he seemed like a nice guy. So they never pressed him, didn't interrogate him or even look at him as a suspect. The million-dollar question is why? Who is this 37-year-old white man? Who is he related to? Who is he connected to? Who is his family? Who does he work for? You could have COVID, the flu, and pneumonia and smell this cover up a mile away. Strangely, on the same day, another woman died the same way in the same city. Brenda Rawls, age 53. Though at this time I'm not sure of the cause of death. Right now the medical examiner is saying it's yet to be determined. She went to go meet up with a guy down the street at his house. Then nobody heard from her. Neighbors told the family that she died. And then they went over to the guy's house to do their own investigation. They asked if Brenda was there. He told them that she was unresponsive and he couldn't wake her up. She died. He then gave them her clothes and shoes, which should be an immediate red flag. You telling me that these detectives are so sloppy that they removed a dead body but left the clothes and shoes behind, and yet again not even look at this man as a suspect? And once again, Bridgeport police never even contacted the family. Star tactics used to cover up some shit. But they did release the names of each detective in each case. Let's get into these two pigs. Detective Kevin Cronin and Detective Angel Llanos, who have both been suspended or put on administrative leave, whichever sounds more white in the media. More right in the media. Kevin Cronin was a detective in Lauren Smith Field's case, and Angel Llanos was a detective in Brenda Lee Rawls' case. But dig this, Angel Llanos actually supervised Kevin Cronin in the Lauren Smith Field's case. At this point, I need the internet to do what y'all do. Whatever information y'all could dig up, whatever y'all could come up with, anything that I might have missed, put it down in the comments down below. And we gonna build, we gonna chop it up, and we gonna bring this thing to the forefront. Now, let's get back to the podcast so I could talk my shit. The truth is, the police in Connecticut might be some of the best police in America. Other spots, you know what I mean, like New York, LA, they overly aggressive. They going crazy on you. Then, down south, they openly racist, call you boy and degrade you and talk demeaning, talk down to you and shit. Like, and it's certain shit that I don't go for. So, you know what I mean? I am like, kind of like, damn, like, I'm glad we are here, because a nigga like me anywhere else, I'd be up the river just from them even talking to me wrong, right? The only police that really be on some bullshit out here is the Jump Out Boys. They on some drug, gun task force shit, da-da-da-da. All right, we get it. But for the most part, they not overly aggressive, overly disrespectful. You're going to have a few bad apples. And there has been plenty, trust me, a plethora of police misconduct, police brutality, even police shooting little kids in the back while they running away and killing them and all that right here in Hartford. And we gonna deal with that when it's time to. But what I'm saying is the majority of them, they don't really move like that, because Connecticut try to move on some fair shit. Let's expound on fair shit. So first of all, they didn't even search her house or consider it a crime scene. That's very weird to me. Very, very fucking weird to me. Like, let me give y'all a personal situation that I've been through, so I know how they do here, right? I know how the police get down here. One night I'm going in the motherfucking crib. We had a little condo joint, you know what I mean? And I'm going in the joint. Motherfucker come out of nowhere, bust me in the head with a bottle. Boom, break the bottle over my shit. Like nigga stabbed me, cut me with the broken bottle, all that. My gun was in the car, like on the back seat on the floor, you know what I mean? Like if I'm driving, I could just reach down and grab it, you know what I mean? It was just sitting right there. Boom, I was just, going in the house, whatever. So when a nigga bust me in the head with the bottle, broke the shit over my head and all that, stabbed me with the shit, cut me with the shit, I knocked the nigga out, woke him up, knocked him out again, woke him up, knocked him out again. You hear me? I'm going. It was hammer time. You know what I mean? Like for real. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't even thinking get the gun. I had him. You know what I mean? So I left the nigga in the parking lot, driving myself to the hospital and shit. When I get to the hospital, the police come or whatever, and I guess when I pulled up, cause I pulled up and just jumped out the motherfucking car and ran into the hospital. I left the gun on the floor in the back seat. Keep in mind, I got a pistol permit, so it wasn't a legal gun. So the cop come in and he like, yo, from what the nurses and shit told me, boom, boom, yo, why you ain't shoot him? I'm like, what? I was like, yeah, this was your time to kill something, man. Motherfucker broke a bottle over your head, stabbed you with the broken bottle, cut you all up and all that. You know what I mean? Like, you was posing. I'm like, man, what the fuck is you talking about? I'm like, yo, listen, bro. Everything you touched in the car got blood on it. The only thing that's clean in that car is the gun. So I know you ain't grab your gun. You should have grabbed it and shot the motherfucker, right? Whole time he talking to me in the motherfucking hospital, the police is kicking in my fucking door. No search warrant, none of that. So when I get home, I see my house like ramshacked. I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck? I'm thinking, nigga came by, niggas ran up in my house looking for some shit. But as I go to the back door that they kicked in, and I go to like open the shit, it's screwed shut. So I'm like, nah, this don't make sense. A nigga ain't go break in my house and then screw the fucking door shut like he a fucking maintenance man, right? So I'm like, I know the police ain't just. I call the police. Yo, what's up, man? It's me over here at boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I just kicked in my door and searched my house. They say, yeah, it was so much blood in the parking lot. We had to make sure your girlfriend wasn't in the house dead, that you ain't shoot her and she was laying in the house shot dead. You know what I'm saying? So listen to what I'm saying. They kicked in my door, searched my house without a warrant to make sure that, because they know I have firearms, to make sure that my girl wasn't in the house shot dead. Like, what? Nigga, y'all got to get a warrant and wait for a judge to sign that and all that. So I'm just giving y'all this story because this is the extent and length that they go through to, you know what I mean? And the girl that I was with at that time was Asian. She ain't black. So I do wonder if they would have did that if it was a black woman. You know what I'm saying? It's an Asian chick with a black dude. They went extra hard illegally, right? So now, her family went to the dude house. I mean, not the dude house, went to her house and searched it. What they found? They found blood on her sheet, a pill that they don't know what drug it was, and then a condom in the garbage. Must have been like tied up with semen in it, right? How the fuck the police ain't, like, how you left that behind? You ain't even search and gather none of this shit for what you call it? Evidence. That's number one. But number two is, y'all might have went and planted that shit after. Who knows who the fuck semen could be in there? We don't know. Had they would have did that right then and there, you would have known. The family didn't go search her house till a week later. We don't know who the fuck, which cop detective could have went back in there. Cause I guess that's when they allowed the family to go in there a week later. First of all, now I'm thinking about it. If they allowed them a week later, but didn't even consider a crime scene at the point in time, they should have been able to go right then and there. This shit is crazy, man. Here go another thing, right? The white man drove over to her house. They didn't search his car. What if he had the same drugs that was in her system in his car? Then you would know that he brung them drugs over there. But the thing is, they should have tested him to see if it was in his system, to see if they was doing it together, or was she just on it? Cause here go the thing. They also said that they had seen 2 cups of liquor or whatever. Like, you ain't test both the cups, because if both had whatever drugs, and that mean, all right, this is what they was on, and they was kicking it, and then maybe shorty OD'd or whatever the case may be, right? But if just one had it, fuck out of here. You know what that mean? He roofied her. Come on, man. Ain't none of this shit supposed to be rocket science. The only thing that's supposed to be rocket science is rocket science, man. You know what I mean? So, got my notes. Hold on. Let me just say this, right? Anybody from Connecticut, do y'all remember Jennifer Dulos? Name sound familiar? Her husband was Fotis Dulos. You remember? If you don't remember, or if you don't know, right? I think they was living like out in Canton, Connecticut or some shit, right? Super rich neighborhood and shit. White boy supposedly stabbed his wife, killed his wife, but they don't got no body. No body. She just disappeared or whatever, right? These motherfuckers went so crazy, went so hard. They pinging off for cameras and all that, all in the hood. They done found a bloody knife in a dumpster in Hartford. This shit is a stretch from Hartford. This like the sub. You got to go down Route 44 all the way up Avon Mount. All this crazy. Put it like this: motherfuckers from Canton don't even brush by motherfuckers from Hartford. Doesn't happen, man. So what I'm saying is, you know, like they was even finding articles of clothing that had blood or DNA on it, whatever. Like, and crackheads was wearing it in the hood type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but y'all went that fucking hard for this white woman, to the point that they charged homeboy. And because of the media coverage, clearly he couldn't get no fucking fair trial in Connecticut. Connecticut ain't but so big, and this shit is all over the fucking news every 5 minutes out here. They wasn't playing no games about this white woman. No. Real shit. And now he charged, he going through the shit in court, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. And I ain't gonna lie, even though they ain't had no body, yeah, homie was getting convicted. He ended up killing himself and shit. And supposedly he wrote a letter, a note or whatever. I'm sorry, my bad. Admitting it. Which is always bullshit. Like, if I'm gonna kill myself, I'm not gonna admit to the dirt that I fucking did. Y'all gonna be in suspense, motherfuckers. What are we talking about? Not doing that, man. But that happened to be the perfect. But then again, damn. What if somebody made it look like a suicide, and then they always put the little bullshit note there, just like on some movie shit? Yeah, that's weird. What I will say though, this is a black eye on Bridgeport Police Department, man. These black women, deaths was treated like shit. Their families are treated like shit. If you are a black police officer and seeing them do this, like, you should be disgusted, especially if you a black female officer in Bridgeport, Connecticut, man. You should be fucking disgusted. But the truth is, every black male officer, every black female officer across America should be fucking disgusted with this shit, because y'all know the protocol. Y'all know what time it is, man. At what point do y'all get like, enough is enough? What are we even talking about here, bro? This shouldn't even be no fucking conversation. Your job is to serve and protect. Your job as a detective is, I don't know what the fuck that description is. You supposed to be, I guess, better than the other police. Like, you smart, you figure some shit out, which y'all never really fucking do. Motherfuckers is ratting and telling y'all shit. Y'all don't be figuring nothing out. Who the fuck told y'all was smart? Y'all just pigs that's do enough fucking dirt to know the ins and outs of that area, and then you come around in a fucking suit and think you could get answers out of motherfuckers. Niggas don't fuck with you. You ain't genuine. I'm trying not to go in on the police, man. I don't want to do that. Only thing I'm saying is, I know Connecticut. I know Bridgeport. I know New Haven. I know Hartford. I know how the police play. This shit don't make sense. That's all I'm saying. Am I frustrated? Yes. Am I upset? Yes. Am I mad? Yes. Irate, to be exact. If this was my little sister, it wouldn't be no motherfucking, it wouldn't be no me on YouTube. You hear me? You police already, y'all already know. I promise you. Any of mine? Again, I gotta watch what I say on here. Cause the last time I did that, y'all got me in court behind that. Shout out to the punk ass police that ain't got thick skin. They got me in court behind me speaking out against corrupt police. With that being said, condolences to the families. Condolences to all y'all loved ones. I don't want to take this nowhere else. Just for the people that don't know, that's not in Connecticut, that's not where I'm from, that follow me, that fuck with me. This is just one story. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep saying one story because one story is the headline, but it's two stories. Same day. Two black women, and it's just, even right here in Connecticut, ain't no media coverage like that. Like, it ain't heavy like how it's supposed to be. So, yes, it might be the most neglected, the most unprotected, but anybody that know me know I don't play no games when it come to our sisters and our people. I'm around for all that action. And if need be, we need to get into some ignorant shit, I'm the first in line. You hear me?